Hello everyone, Auvbri here, and welcome back to part 2 of this haunted house speed build. So if you haven't seen the first part, you definitely should go check it out. It's the latest video that I did before this one, so yeah, just go check that out if you haven't watched that. But in this part 2, it's all about the interior. So I just want to say real quick that I actually created a little backstory for this build. Just like a little fun backstory thing, just kind of for myself and for you guys, so you kind of know what's going on. So I actually wrote in the gallery that after the events of a tragic accident, a man lost his wife, and he was so caught up in grief that he actually made a deal with the devil to live forever, because he wanted to grieve his wife for eternity. And that's why he is a vampire now, and he kind of lives forever and has like this haunted house where he can grieve in peace. So that's actually a theme that you're gonna see throughout this build. The fact that I tried to make it seem as if somebody lived here alone, and I have like paintings of the presumed wife hanging around, and like there's a bedroom with the picture of the guy and his wife, and that's kind of all there is in that bedroom. So yeah, it just turned out really awesome, and I actually used all of the items that I could from the vampire game pack, just because it's such a freaking cool pack. I'm so in love with all the stuff that actually came with this pack. So if you don't have that pack, I could imagine that the house would look a lot different than it actually does now, because then it would replace things with the game pack and or like the standard game, and I can imagine that would not look the same. So just keep that in mind if you want to get this house. So right when we came in here into the house, I wanted to have this really big staircase leading upstairs, and I wanted you to be greeted by a little table with a little statue on it. And I kind of feel like this house is a bit worn down, because this man has lived for so many centuries. So there's kind of like holes in the walls, and there's like spider webs everywhere. And I used these hanging crawl webs to actually place on top of the chandeliers here, and it just gave like this really freaking awesome effect. So when you see that in the screenshots in the end, it has like this really nice effect, and it just looks old, and like nobody has actually touched or cleaned anything in here for like centuries. So I really like that. Lots of pictures of his wife and himself, and lots of statues. So I tried to keep the tone very dark and grim, if that makes any sense. Like this guy just wants to be left alone, and it's not a house that you would visit. So you actually, outside, you can see there is a lot of tombstones, and I imagine that would be the people that he have killed for entering the grounds to his house, because he wants to be left alone. But who knows? Maybe someday one can come, a girl maybe can come and lift the curse from this man. It could be really awesome. Maybe there's a story there. Who knows? So I'm just working on the dining room here. I wanted it to be really grand and big, and have like this really grand feel to it, but still, again, we're dealing with a house that's really old and have like this vibe of not being touched and not being used. So there's a lot of crawl webs and spider webs and just then general dusty things all over the place. So yeah, I'm using. Wow, excuse me. I'm using a lot of furniture that has. Wow. Okay. I'm trying again. I'm using a lot of furniture that has like this wooden texture to it, um, just because it actually makes it look a bit more worn down, and it just fits better, I think. And I'm super in love with these things that you can put on the walls. They're kind of like paintings, but they have like this. So it looks like there's a hole, and then you can see the floor or the the wood behind it, and there's cracks on in the ceiling and on the walls and stuff, and it's just very very awesome and very cool. So amazing game pack, I have to say. I actually haven't played around with the general game pack yet, so I don't actually have played around with the vampires and stuff yet, but I think I'm gonna do that in the near future. But for now, just using this game pack to build, because let's face it, that's what I mainly do with The Sims 4, is build for you guys. So stuff is needed, new stuff is needed. Here I believe somebody was calling me. So this is actually filmed over the span of 2 days. So I came home, worked on it, went to bed, woke up on my day off, finished it, and now I'm sitting here recording it for you guys, so we can get it to YouTube, so you guys can enjoy it. And yeah, that's just kind of how it'll work. Oh yeah, I really want to say something real quick. I opened the gallery yesterday, so that was in the evening. And just for fun, I wanted to see if anybody had submitted a video, or not a video, a house for me to do as a makeover. So if you haven't heard this, you can submit one of your houses that you have built for me to do a makeover of. And there was a house submitted under the hashtag Auvbri Makeover. And it just looked freaking awesome, and the ideas in my head just started to come up, and what I wanted to do with this house. And yeah, just really awesome house. So definitely look forward to that in the future, because I plan on doing a makeover of that house. I cannot remember who it was who uploaded it, but it was really awesome, and I'm definitely going to do a makeover of that house. So just watch out for that in the near future. And then somebody, if you haven't watched my Oswald estate build, it was this freaking huge mansion that I did a while back. And I always wanted to furnish it, but it's just such a massive project that I have just like, that's something for another time when I actually have the time to do that. But I saw that somebody actually took their time to furnish the house and uploaded it. So that was freaking awesome, and it looked really good from what I could see on the pictures. So you guys actually, do very awesome stuff with the content that I create for you guys. And I really do like seeing that if there's maybe like a build like the Oswald estate that I haven't furnished yet, then you guys actually take your time to furnish it and upload it and still have my name on that build. It's awesome, and I just want to say thank you to the person who furnished it. It looked really awesome, and I definitely encourage you guys to go check it out on the gallery. Just search hashtag Auvbri or something, Oswald estate, and you should be able to find it. It looked really awesome. And now that I'm done rambling, we have actually done quite a few rooms. So we have the dining room, and I created a little living room, just like right when you walk in, you can kind of turn to the right, and then there's like a little living room area. Um, and then I decided to create like this separate room for the, uh, I'm not sure what that's called in English. Like, it's not a piano, but it's like, what's it called? Like, you guys know what I mean. But I decided to create a separate room for that and still have it opened up, because I imagined that would kind of be the place where he would sit and write music and play, like, really sad, scary music. So yeah, the kitchen is nothing special in this build. It's just a room that I wanted to get over with, and that's usually not something I want to do because I love kitchens. I'm a chef, so duh. But I just felt like this house only needed a kitchen if you wanted to have a normal family living here. But this is a house meant for a vampire, and I don't actually know, but in The Sims 3 they didn't actually need to feast on real food. They needed to drink plasma or blood or whatever. And I kind of imagined that is the case in The Sims 4 as well. So I didn't actually do anything special with the kitchen. So this back room here is just kind of like, something that just needed to be done. And you're gonna see a lot of these candlesticks all around the floor, and I just thought it created this vibe. This really scary vibe that I really liked. Combined with this wooden flooring and all of the gargoyles and stuff, it's just, I'm super happy about how this turned out. So yeah, there's two other bedrooms in this house. So we have on the floor that I'm on now, I actually decided to make that the master bedroom, if you can call it that. So the place where we have a coffin, where our vampire lord can sleep or whatever he does. There's a floor for him, and then on the first floor we have two other bedrooms, kind of like guest bedrooms or whatever. But the main floor, I kind of wanted his bedroom to be a little ways off from everything else, so it's kind of like he can be by himself, even though he has this big house. I would imagine privacy is very important for him, and there's no windows up there, so it's extra comfortable. And that's what I said in the beginning. So you're gonna see in that room that we have like this this picture of him and his wife, that is kind of like the end of the room, so it's the only thing you can see. And also right where the staircase is here, you're gonna see me change in a little bit the big picture to a lady here, which I imagine would be a picture of his wife. So you can really see that this guy is grieving for his wife, and he now has to spend all of eternity alone, grieving for his wife. So, oh yeah, I really love that fact with the mirror. That's the one from the Vampire game pack as well. So it actually is like not, you can't actually use that. So it's only when you are not a vampire that you can see into the mirror, but otherwise it's not showing any reflections, and that's pretty awesome. Nice little detail. So yeah, I initially had more bedrooms up here, but I decided not to. I decided that 2 bedrooms would be more than enough for this build, and then just have like this great big room up here where we have like the little seating areas, a little living room, a great fireplace and a little study. And I thought that was a nice little touch to just have like this big room instead of smaller separate rooms. So yeah, I'm sorry if I sound a bit uninterested. No, that's not the word. It's just I'm super tired and yeah, there's no excuse really. I hope this commentary is not too boring to listen to and that you find something fun in this house to do. So here we have the master bedroom. So at this point I didn't actually realize there was a coffin for the vampires to sleep in. Just because I didn't look for it, to be honest. But I didn't realize there was a coffin. And so we have a bed here, but it's gonna be replaced in, I believe, in a little bit with the coffin, and then it just looks a bit more scary, and you can see like the end of the room is this picture of him and his wife, and there's like spider webs going down over his face, but she is never to be hidden away behind spider webs or anything, because she means too much to him. So this is the other two bedrooms. I decided to have a little one and a big one. So we have one with a single bed and one with a double bed. And yeah, there's nothing really special about those two bedrooms. I didn't want to spend that much time on them. Just because I feel like you're not going to use them as much. If you play with a vampire, you're probably going to, put in a coffin instead. So, yeah. Here I wanted to have this statue again. I kind of, everything in this build, I kind of feel like it goes back to the wife. So that statue kind of symbolized that she was now like an angel thing in heaven, and that's kind of why it looked like maybe like a shrine of some sorts, which also I thought was a really nice idea. And a little library study area. So it's all kind of connected here, but it's still, everything feels like its own separate rooms up here, which I really enjoyed. And then I found like this book thingy on a little holder. Holder? No, that's not the word. Like a little stand. That was the word I was looking for. Oh yeah, radiators. But yeah, this book, and I decided, okay, so this needs to go up into the vampire's bedroom, just because it felt like it was something important, and the book was kind of like, okay, so we need, I needed something important to be up there. Maybe he's looking for a way to bring back a loved one, or lift the curse or something. Who knows, but I just thought that it looked cool up there. Again, these two bedrooms on this floor I didn't actually spend that much time on. I just put in the essential things that you would think that would be in there, and then I kind of didn't think about it anymore. So actually almost done with this build. I believe this is the last room. Again, spider webs all over the place, cracked walls with holes in them and stuff, and it just makes it look a bit more old. So kind of think about this house have been around for centuries. And yeah, this is a house. So here we have the screenshots. Remember, if you want to get this house, you can get it off the gallery. It's online now. So in the last video, in part 1, it was not uploaded because I was not finished with it with it, but now it's uploaded to the gallery. Just search my EA ID Auvbri, should be able to find it, or search hashtag Auvbri, should also be able to find it. And yeah, just enjoy the last screenshots here. I actually think it turned out organ. No, that's not the word, is it? No, I don't. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, the dining room here, I think this turned out. This is probably one of my favorite rooms, and I just love this. That just right when you come up into the first floor, there's like this grand big picture of the wife just like on the end. And again, I have to say, what an amazing pack. I just truly think that it turned out so amazing. Yeah, as we're jumping into the last screenshot here, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video despite my kind of boring sounding commentary at the moment. Yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, remember, again, if you want to get this built on the gallery, EAID Auvbri, and subscribe for more content. Click the little bell to get a notification every single time I upload. And there's nothing else for me to say other than have a truly fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you next time for another video.